Hey there! Thank you for dropping by to my channel. So the reason why I'm standing in front of these words, actually the same word in a multitude of languages, is not a coincidence. So coincidence means that something happened by accident, like without any connection, without any link. However, what I can testify that there are no coincidences in life. That's as far as I'm concerned. And the reason why I'm standing here, because the word thank you, which sounds so good, not only in English, but in all possible languages, because it holds a beautiful energy of being grateful, of gratitude. So to be grateful means that you appreciate something and you acknowledge that. So you acknowledge that and you want to say, I appreciate what you have done or who you are or whatever the reason, whatever the cause. So you just like verbalize that. So thank you is a very simple word. However, it is filled with such a beautiful energy. And this is the word that we teach our children to use as often as possible. And we have been taught. Now this is the passive form of the verb teach. We have been taught, teach, taught by our parents and our friends and everybody who raised us. We have been taught to use this word because it's just like it belongs to the good manners in communication. But I would like to bring it to the next level because what I'm all about is making you guys aware that we are not just communicating, we are not just expressing ourselves, which is a lot. I always say, like, express yourself, express your emotions, be mindful about it. However, it's about building relationships. So in every interaction, in every communication, be it between teacher and a student, between colleagues, between partners, between some random people, passers-by, neighbors, you know, you always want to be uplifting and you would always want to build a relationship, you know. That's, you know, as far as I'm concerned, this is what I'm after, to always to be selective about those words that can really build relationship further rather than, you know, make a like positive impact rather than make negative impact. So when you say thank you, you acknowledge your gratitude first of all. And now there's always a question, and I see it with my friends and colleagues, like people sometimes feel, I will not say confused, but like they pause for a while because they're not really sure how to respond to such a simple, beautiful, uplifting word. And this is my story. You might have heard about different versions of a response. So you might as well respond in a classic manner, you're welcome. Or you say, no problem, don't mention it, anytime, glad to help, sure, you know, as long as you respond something back, you know, you kind of keep it going and you kind of, you let the person know you have heard the word thank you. But if you think about it more, let me show you my story. So I have, I would say, not a friend, but I would say person I know and who knows me pretty well. His name is Simon Alexander Ong. He's a coach from London. He's a business coach, business strategies, and a life coach. We'll talk about coaches and coaching in some other following video. But I recall exactly the moment when I told him thank you. And the way he responded was, my pleasure, Lana. Now, nothing like mind-blowing here, but just the fact, the way he said it, he just energized the word. It reached me, it reached my mind, it reached my heart, because he gave away the message that it was his pleasure, you know, in doing this, in helping me out. He was fully involved in that. He was willing and he was enjoying it. It was his pleasure. So, you know, it's not just a reply. It's not just empty part of small talk. It was a real exchange of his emotion and gratitude and the feeling of enjoyment, and it just reached me. It had impact on me. It might sound silly, I know you might be using this word like oftenly, but just like bring this awareness to it. The best thing I would say when somebody tells you thank you, to say anytime or my pleasure, or even better, thank you. Because you acknowledge back that there has been contact and you have had this interaction and you were together in whatever you've been through. So that's kind of bond, that bonds, that links people, that builds relationship. You feel it, like it's more energized. The thing I wouldn't recommend you to respond once when somebody tells you thank you is no problem, or nothing at all, or no worries, or don't mention it. It is a legitimate response. It is perfectly, it's grammar-wise correct. It's part of the good manners. People use it a lot. However, if I think from perspective of energizing the word, what you're saying here, no worries, no problem, you're kind of diminishing. To diminish means to make something smaller, to make something less important, like don't mention it, like no problem, no worries, like you're kind of diminishing the thing that the person has thanked you for, plus you're diminishing your own effort. Effort means when you try something, so you gave it a try, like you invested, you put your energy into it, you made it happen, you have done something for the person. So if you say like no worries, don't mention it, no problem, forget it, you kind of diminish it all. So this is my perspective, guys. You might not agree, you might have different experience. Please be free to share with me, but this is my thing. Thank you, anytime, my pleasure, thank you. See you next time, bye.